Hello guys, good morning. My name is Gaurav Shrivastava. I am a company secretary and advocate as well, and we are running a Essential Jurics LLP firm that is basically a law firm, and we are focusing on the POSH. What is POSH? You know,
Prevention of sexual harassment.
which kind of
Prevention of
Any
sexual
kind of-
harassment.
Any kind of-
Workplace sexual harassment.
so it is applicable to boys or girls,
Both.
both.
Yes.
So this clarity will be given by the Priyanka Saxena ma'am. She is also CS plus LLB, and she is dealing with the many cases with the POSH Act which is continuing happening in the workplace. So जो workplace में जितनी सारे आपके साथ स्पेशली विमेंस के साथ लोगों को डाउट क्या है वो सारे चीजें मैम बताएंगी. तो थैंक यू सो मच, आप एंजॉय करिए. ओवर टू प्रियंका. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Gaurav. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's I think after 12. So why I said good morning? No, it's good morning.
Yes.
Whenever you are introducing someone,
Yes.
it's always be good morning because it sounds energetic, and we have to be energetic in this session.
Yes.
So today we are for the sexual harassment awareness and sensitizing training today. So what you all understand with this sensitization training? What type of sensitization we require?
Awareness towards sexual harassment at workplace and how to deal with those cases.
Inappropriately touching or rubbing someone's hand.
Forceful.
Okay.
Abusing language.
Abuse language.
This is type of sexual harassment, but can be harassment. This is type of harassments. But the motto of our training today is not to make you learn what can be harassment. Our motto is to make your work environment happy and healthy. It should be happy and healthy. If it is happy and healthy, then only you can focus on your work. And it will benefit to the person who is working here, also to the organization, because your productivity based on your mind. If it's healthy, if it's happy, you are happy at your workplace, your productivity will be good. You can give a company a good output. So I will give you one incident happened with us. We were delivering our session through this virtual mode during COVID time. So at the time of after session, I mentioned my number to the screen that whoever has any issue or want to discuss something, they can connect with us. So one of the lady of that organization, she called me. So she discussed one incident happening with her in her organization. She said, "Ma'am, I'm working here from last 2 years, and one of the person to whom I am used to report, that person calling me in odd times, means after office, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. at night. He tries to get personalized conversation with me, and I am not feeling comfortable with those conversation. So she was like, what should I do? He is in a good position in an organization, he is in senior position. So I said, go and complain about the incident to your organization, to your ICC committee. She was like, ma'am, it might be happen if I will complain. There might be chances I may lose my job. And I am not in a situation to losing my job because I have a financial responsibilities. I have a 2 kids. I am widow. So with this scenario, I advise her to go with the internal complaint committee and put a complaint in there, and they will definitely help you out. She was in her low voice. She was like, okay ma'am, I'll see. I just wanted to discuss with you because I was feeling very low. So she even told me that that person used to WhatsApp her very personal messages. So after 2 months, she called me back. And at that time, her voice was from this to this. She was like, ma'am, you advised me to complain about that incident. I complained in my committee, and they whole committee sit and discuss the whole scenario, and they get the apology from that person, and they even change my senior person to whom I used to report. Now I am very happy in my organization, and I have a promotion also, and my senior is very good, he is very supportive. So my purpose to discuss this incident with you, that this session or my guidance or your guidance may help someone else. Maybe we don't need, probably, I don't want that we need that, but maybe it may help someone else. If we have a knowledge about this, if we know what to do in this type of situations, to reduce the stress, because if harassment, any type of harassment, and it is not the comfortable for the woman only, it should be comfortable for the men also at the same time, because people has the impression that this law for the women only. So I am looking all the men here.
Yes,
Except
mostly,
one.
Yes, mostly.
So this is truly very proud for us that there is only a female one. I think you have one female employee only, or other also.
Other also, Patansha is online.
The shade, okay. So, but the ratio of men is high, right? But this is truly very good and really for your organization that still you are conducting, because most of the organization had an impression that we have a 2 or 3 women, or we don't have any female employees, so we don't need to have this type of sessions. But yes, still you need. And obviously we want to prevent the sexual harassment, and also at the same time we want to prevent the false complaint toward men about the sexual harassment. And this is the mandatory requirement of the law also, to conduct the training sessions. So in last 2-3 years, the number of complaints have been increasing. So can I say that increasing of complaints is negative sign for the society?
It's good. Somehow it's a good.
How it is good?
Those are aware about their rights, so somehow those are raising their voices against such an inappropriate situation.
Major point is that only that due to the awareness of this POSH and every training session going on in the organization, people are aware about the things, and these things are happening before also, but the people are not aware that we can do a complaint or raise a complaint to the community or to any legal body. So now they are aware of that, so that is why the complaint has been increased in some time frame.
So means increasing a complaint is a good sign toward the society. It has both, from my point of view, it's bad that complaints are required to be done.
Oh.
And it's, yes, and it's good that people are now aware where to complain, how to complain. And there is a remedy if you have a complaint about the harassment. So earlier the woman was not able to complain because they has a fear of repercussions, and it is a very important point. And there is a risk to their career. Obviously, if whenever any female, whenever they will go for the complaint, they will have lots of thoughts in her mind. And this is one of the thought that there might be chances they may lose her job. People don't have a knowledge, and there is a complaint which may brand it falsely also. And psychological trauma is, obviously, if you are suffering from all this and you have a psychological trauma, due to which the woman was not complaining the situations. So the background of this law, I just briefing it out, that before 1997 there was no such type of laws. In 1997 the guidelines formed up, and they formed up what sexual harassment can be. And the that harassment, that companies that formed the Sexual Harassment Act, it was extensive flow of Vishakha guidelines. I will brief you out the Vishakha guidelines also. And major of the complaints made in such cases were ignored due to absence of any established redressal mechanism. So in 1997, before 1997, there was no any the law. In 1997, there was Vishakha guidelines. Thereafter, in 2013, we had Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013, which ensure to make the working space safe for the women. And the law emphasis on the prevention part. We have to focus on the prevention part rather than punitive actions.